Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book nerd. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. Today's main video, because obviously I either have or will be posting my review because I finally finished a book this month. It's the 20 something and I've literally only read a book. I need to get on that. It's pathetic, Stephanie. It's really pathetic. Today's video is going to be Top 5 Wednesday. Today's topic is books I want to reread. I'm always talking about wanting to reread books, and I don't reread them just because I've noticed I have this issue where, especially now that I'm reviewing more books and I'm taking more seriously, even the books that I pick up for myself that I'm not being sent, so on and so forth, I still want to read, and I want to continue to get books off of my TBR so I can keep putting books in my TBR. So I find myself I don't have time to reread, but I'm always wanting to reread. And I want to say part of the reason why I went into a slump this previous month is because I did want to reread a specific series. And I honestly think it's going to happen. I will count them, obviously, as new books for this year. But I want to reread a series so bad. So I have books here. What's really sad is all except for one are books that I've read this year. The first one, which really shouldn't be a shocker if you've been subscribed to me for a bit. It is one of my absolute favorite books I've ever read. It's up there with a little past Outlander, but it's not better than Red Rising, and that is Anti-Tarkin by Kirsten White. It's just a retelling of Vlad the Impaler, but gender swap. So Vlad in this historical retelling is Leda, and it's about them being taken. It literally starts off from when they're really young and then to teenagehood. That's where it ends in the first book. But it's about her and her brother going to the Ottoman. Look at this. I'm remembering names. You can tell I was obsessed with this book when I read it. Anyway, it's about them going to the Ottoman Empire and all the things. It has religion. It has cruelty. And the thing is what I love is that it's brutal in the first book, but it's just the beginning of it. So I can't wait to see where it goes. But I have been desperately wanting to reread this book. But I think more than likely I will end up rereading this closer to the release date of the second book. I need to reread this. I love this book so much. I wanted to reread it as soon as I was done with it. It was that kind of book. The next book should also not be a surprise if you've been subscribed to me. This one though, legit, I'm at the point where I want to read as much as I can in the next 2-3 weeks. So the last 2 weeks of Christmas time, December, I can reread this series because I have been wanting to reread it so bad. But I do have review books that are going to have to go up in December. That's only 2. I can read those this month. Maybe I should just do that. But I'm trying to make it work so I can reread at least the first book this year. And that's Red Rising by Pierce Brown. It is my absolute favorite book ever. And I've only reread Red Rising once, so I've read it twice. I wanted to reread it this year. Before I read Morning Star, that didn't happen. I couldn't reread it. I have never reread Golden Sun, and I know I've forgotten things. I'm pretty sure I'm ready to cry my heart out again, and I desperately am trying to make this one work. I need this. I love it so much, and I miss the world, and I want to get back into it, and I can't wait for Iron Gold. I just want to reread it. I really do think that's going to happen, though. At least Red Rising. That's the link. I'll reread the other ones little by little. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. This next one hasn't come out yet. It comes out January. Also, I'll tell you in a moment, is The 100 Lives of Lizzie Lovett. If you guys also don't know, this is by Chelsea Sidoti, by the way. This is, if I'm correct, her debut novel. This book comes out January... It comes out comes out January 3rd. I need to pre-order this book because if you pre-order it, and I'll leave the link down below if I don't forget, you can get one of 3 framed quotes by Hawthorne, who's the main character. in like a thingy. They just sent me an email, and this is like, I don't get anything for it. I'm just letting you know I need to pre-order this book because I want to get a framed quote from her. There's a lot of great quotes in this book. Technically, I'm not supposed to quote it because it's not a finished copy. So obviously I want to reread it, but I want to reread it once I get my new copy, like the finished copy, to see if anything's changed. But it's about a girl named Hawthorne, and the girl, Lizzie Lovett, goes missing, and she kind of takes it upon herself because it's a boring town, and she has a slight fascination with Lizzie Lovett. That's who Lizzie Lovett was, the girl that everyone kind of loves, but no one really knows type thing, and, you know, the popular girl and stuff. So Hawthorne looks into her mystery, is kind of living her life in some weird ways, but the book is so realistic. Again, I want to reread it just because I've never read a book in which I have 95% related to the characters, especially to Hawthorne. Like, her thought process reminded me of me a lot in some things. I was like, yeah, I know she takes it far. When you read it, you'll understand it. But I adore it, adore it, adore it. I do highly recommend you pre-order it, and I hope I don't forget to put the link down below. But I need to pre-order this shit because I want to get a really cute little frame so I can put it in my room of Hawthorne. So I'm going to reread this. I will. I need to make it happen. The next one, sequel comes out February, April. I don't know when the fuck the sequel comes out. I will have a video about books I'm excited to read in 2017 because I actually have a list this year. Usually I like forget about everything, but I'm trying to be better about that. And that is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. Another favorite book from this year. This was one of those books I wanted to reread as soon as I was done with it. I started to, and I was like, no, I can't. I need to actually read other things. But this is about Holmes and Watson's great-great-great-grandchildren. Great-great-great-great or great-great-great. I think it's 3 greats, grandchildren. And they go to boarding school, and things happen, and it's so good. I love it so much. I have a Sherlock issue. Never read the books, but I'm obsessed with like the old movies. Of course, Elementary is one of my all-time favorite adaptions because it's so like interesting. And of course the movies with Robert Downey Jr. I don't know what I was going to say, but I adore this book, and the second book comes out, so this is one that I do want to reread. It won't take long. It's a short book. Yeah. The last book I want to reread is another I wanted to reread as soon as I was done reading the second book, because the second book, as much as I adored it, tore my heart to pieces. And I'm just like, no. A Court of Thorns and Roses. A book that I totally, completely, 100% understand the hype on. I am in the hype. I'm with the hype. I support the hype. Go hype for this book. It's great. I love it. It's a Beauty and the Beast, like a loose retelling of that, with a girl named Beira and a hot guy named should I say that? She kills a wolf that actually happened to be a fairy, so they like take her to the fairyland, out of the mortal land into the fairyland, and like she's scared for her life, hence the whole Beauty and the Beast retelling thing. I adore this book so much, so much. So this is a really basic stack. I love it. I'm pretty sure I'm predictable as fuck right now when it comes to the books I have been wanting to reread lately. You know what, I also really want to reread We Know It Was You. Like, I was seeing Maggie Thrash talk about it, and like I loved it because she commented back, because I like commented on her Instagram post, and I was like, your book was perfection, I love it. And she's like, oh my god, thank you. And I was just like, yay. I had like the heart, I was literally the heart emoji, like the heart eye emoji, whatever. I loved this book. It's so like weird and good, and the characters are so fucked up. It's about a girl who's in a mascot suit, commits suicide, and this dumbass Benny and this dumbass Virginia are the only 2 people in the mystery club in their high school, and they decide they're gonna be the idiots that freaking solve it, and they do. But like, it was so unexpected, and it was just everything my heart desires. And I do want to reread this. You know, I am going to reread one of these books, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Red Rising, being as it was the one that I haven't read in the longest. those are the books I have wanted to reread. These are literal, I have been thinking of you for the past month and a half, like all the time, like I want to reread it. Should I reread it? No, I'm not reading anything, so I should have just reread it, because at least I would have read something. This is going on way too long. That is my video. What are some books you want to reread? Do you like rereading? If you don't like rereading, comment why down below. And then maybe we can like work on our relationship, because who doesn't want to reread books? I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm being really random. I really feel like I need coffee. I'm kind of tired. And then Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, who gives a fuck? Just eat and be happy and like go to sleep. Like just be happy if you don't celebrate. And like we don't even eat turkey. I'll be completely honest. We don't like turkey in this house. Like, well, we do, but like turkey's kind of meh. We're gonna eat pot roast. And my mom's not here because a trip that she had to take was just all messed up. She doesn't come home till next week. And I'm just like, no, Mom, your cheesecake. So I took it upon myself. I'm going to be making, probably it's going to end up being disgusting. I've never tried those no-bake cheesecakes. Comment down below if they're disgusting. I already bought it. I'm committed. I'm going to make it. Like, I'm going to go do it right now after I, like, do the whole importing my shit into the computer. But, we'll see how horrible that goes. I'm excited. If you want to find out, you should probably follow me on Snapchat. I don't really post that much on Instagram or Twitter. And I'm not big into social media. I go onto social media to see what everyone else is doing, but I actively do not post. This is the most active I am, is with you guys, because I like this and because it doesn't require me to post every single day. I have been off my schedule. I have not been posting my 3 times a week. I don't know what to post anymore. But I feel like that happens because I'm in a book slump. When you're in a book slump and you're not reading, topics and such are really hard to come to mind. So I'm going to stop ranting and babbling about pointless shit. Yeah, that is my video. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.